Welcome to another episode of Temple Touch, the bi-weekly devotion to inspire you, increase your faith, and encourage you to serve the Lord with all your heart, mind, and strength. Today's lesson comes from Galatians chapter 2, verse 20, in which the Apostle Paul said, "I have been crucified with Christ. That is, in him I have shared his crucifixion. It is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me. The life I live now in the body, I live by faith, by adhering to, relying on, and completely trusting in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself up for me." Today's thought is allowing the crucified Christ to live within. A recent study conducted by the Roper Organization for High Adventure Ministries found that the moral behavior of some born-again Christians actually got worse after they began confessing Christ rather than better. One of the experts on the research team looked at the problem and determined that the challenge to improve one's Christian character can only be solved with a new, firm commitment to accountability and discipleship. In essence, it was suggested that until the Christian believer fully submitted themselves wholly to learning and walking in the ways of Christ, and daily allowing the Holy Spirit to influence their lives in ways that make them into the image of the Son of God, no real change other than confession of words really take place. Here are a few questions I would like you to consider today as you take an inventory of your Christian life. Number 1, how is your thought life? Number 2, how are you handling the balance between work and home and family? Number 3, have you been in the Word over the last few days to study, to learn, to grow? Number 4, what has God been teaching you recently? Number 5, how are you doing in handling God's provision of time, talent, and money? Number 6, are you being responsible in protecting your eyes, hands, feet, mind, ears from the tricks and traps of the enemy? And finally, number 7, are you shooting straight in answering the above questions, or are you trying to pretend that you are being honest when you are not with yourself and with God? Paul in the text reminds us that Jesus Christ has paid a very high price for our salvation and freedom, and that we ought not to take his liberty in vain, but that we are to live as if we are dead to the world and all its lusts and temptations. He admonishes us that our Christian walk is no longer about us, but it is about the refreshing life of Christ that lives within us. A new life that we should embrace and be joyful for every day. Paul ends by teaching us that because of the life of Christ within us, not only are we to daily submit to his will, but we are to do so by faith in God's power, God's strength, and God's ability to transform us into the very image of the Son of God. Allow the crucified Christ to live within you today. Thank you for listening to today's Temple Touch. Have a blessed day.